There we go. All right, the workout has already been completed. I'm fumbling the bag. I left the SD card in the computer, so I didn't have an SD card to record the car talk. But plan for today was back, which for you has not happened yet, but for me is all over. And guess what? Pumped to satisfaction, potentially even more to satisfaction. So I talk about it in a minute, but for me, I think what I want more for my back, and right now I'm just dieting, like I'm staying lean, so I'm not growing, like I'm not gaining any size. I'm keeping the size I have when I get leaner and kind of, just sort of extend this leaner phase before I start gaining size come probably this fall-ish, August, something like that. But I've got a really good connection with my lower lats. So way down towards it's close to your waist. I guess it's more on your stomach. But your lat inserts, mine's pretty low. Like I can feel mine only a few inches above the top of my hip bone. So you've got all this muscle from essentially your armpit down to your hip. And for me, I get a ton of connection on like a regular heavy pull down, super low, like way down right where that kind of inserts, which is good. I feel like it gives me a very full, more like turtle shellish kind of back. Some guys don't have that. Some guys, their lats insert like way higher up, so they've got just a different look. But I want more upper lats. I want more of this just the part of your lats that are showing in a front lat spread. I want a lot of this to start growing. So I did a bunch of sets just like this. So I put the incline bench up to the cable, just the cable stack. Anybody could do that much weight because the cable stack is actually half the weight because the pulley system. But I'm doing very squeezing, like just holding reps. I did like 6 or 7 sets of those. And I was really targeting that sort of upper lat section. So if I dig my shoulder blades really far down in a pull down, I feel like it works my lower lats. But if I leave them a little higher up and I try to squeeze my elbows in towards each other, not just down, then I feel like that gets more of that upper lat mid back. And that's where I want more meat. That's where I want some more beef to be deposited. Right up there in that sort of upper kind of arch sort of section. Like when I see a picture, if somebody takes a picture of me when I'm walking, and I don't know they're taking it, and I look back at the picture, I'm like, yeah, nice. Because, you've just got this silhouette from your backside, in terms of your torso at least, where you're just not even just filling up your shirt, but your shirt's being draped across you. Like it's not hanging off your shoulders. It's being dispelled to the sides. And that's pretty cool. I think there's a little bit of a lack of hype for back, just a little, because you can't see it as well as everything else. Everybody's always looking at their chest and their shoulders and their arms. That's what you can see. But no, man, if you notice you might be slacking a little on your back in terms of the amount of energy and effort you're putting into it, I'd say cut that shit out and start going nuts. Even just light squeezing kind of stuff like this. Because whether you're doing a pull down with the stack or half the stack, as long as you're bringing it, as long as your sets are hard and the effort is there, I think you're going to grow. I think it's good to do a mix of both. So not just super light squeezing and not just super heavy, hefty, kind of a, a little sweet and sour, a little, what else? What's sweet and sour? What are the other like classic flavor combos? I don't know. I don't remember. But either way, by now I would have just spliced through all the clips. So let's jump straight to the pose down. Kind of a quicker one today because I was listening to the speaker the whole time. So all the audio is just, it's all just straight copywritten. But yeah, let's pose down and then I guess that'll be the end of it. See how we're looking. All right, there we go. Did a little bit of a speaker workout today instead of the headphones. Wanted to feel the bass thumping. But that means copyright, And if you ever post a YouTube video and you want some music that won't copyright you, at least currently, this may change, but you gotta look up Projects in the Jungle by Pantera. So that's like a metal kind of thing. And don't give me credit for that. That's straight out of Eric Bugenhagen's playbook. So he's just kind of put me onto that. Well, let's see how we're looking. So a lot of sets of that incline bench pull down. So for me, one thing that I notice with my lats is on a regular pull down, heavy, I tend to work a lot of lower lats. So I mean like way down here, like see that little kind of triangle part of something? Kind of. Well, I get a lot of that activated when I hit a heavy pull down. And that's good. Obviously I want lower lat development, but I also want my upper lats to thicken up substantially as well. All right, so what does that mean? I think, sorry, let me just pull focus. Sorry about that. But what I think lets me feel my upper lats, like way up here, this really wide section, plus that, holy shit, yeah, that's a fucking ton of the demonized sort of fucking muscle, is pull downs where I don't pull down so much, right? Normally if I'm doing a pull down, I'm like coming way down to here, but I feel a lot more upper lats if I keep my elbows higher and just pivot my arms. So I guess if you have not as much lower lat activation as you would like, you got the opposite problem as me. But let's see how we're looking. I feel like a freak. I'm getting excited to edit this thing together so I can really, see myself in 4K up there. Boy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, even just standing, the cardio I've been doing, and more importantly, the food that I've been limiting myself to has been working. You can do all the cardio you want in the freaking world, but if you're eating in the surplus compared to your daily energy expenditure, it's not gonna work. You'll have good cardio, you'll be pretty functional, I assume, but the only thing that's making me burn any body fat is the fact that it's like I've got, I like to think about it like this. You tell me if you like this analogy or not, but every day, the amount of food that you're eating, right, that's electricity coming in from the power lines. It's constant, it's steady. You need power, and you're getting power, right? That's the food that you eat on the regular, right? If you're eating as much food as you need to just breathe and stay alive, keep your heart pumping, recover from your baseline workouts, well, you're in a state of equilibrium, right? This much goes in, this much goes out, it's balanced. Now, if there's a slight power outage or a power shortage, right, what are you gonna do? Let's say you got power for half the day, so you're still getting power, you're still eating food, but shit, the power's off. You're not getting as much food as you need for your body to function as it is. You always need a certain amount. Like your phone, if you play in it for 8 hours, the battery's gonna die, it just takes power. So, what do? Right? You gotta rely on some sort of internal power source. So that's your generator. All the body fat that you have spread out evenly across your body, that's like having a big ass diesel generator with a full tank of gas in your garage. Once you stop getting power in, right, you're gonna use that. That's your internal storage. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If I eat less than I need, I'm gonna have to burn some, and your body's gonna burn fat first. The whole idea of like burning muscle on a steep diet, I mean, you gotta be starving. The benefit or the energy ratio of like difficulty to burn versus the reward of body fat burning versus protein self-digesting, you're cool, right? Unless you're like body dysmorphic in a lean way, where it's a dude who's like literally 110 pounds. He's shredded, but he's like way too light. Unless you're there, dude, that whole burning muscle thing kind of gets fear-mongered, I believe. At least, I mean, it's not like it's impossible, but it's overhyped, But yeah, now I want to kind of hit some midsection poses just because I'm feeling lean. Okay, that might be my that might be my freakiest vacuum ever. Let me hit one more of those. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna cool off in front of that fan for a minute. We can have a little more overlay workout chat, and then I'm gonna jump upstairs, hit my cardio. But no, man, I'm feeling like I'm feeling sweet today. I gotta hit one more. I can't freaking help myself. Yeah. Okay. Now it's time for cardio.